Okay, hello everybody. This is Jerry Williams, and I'm here to give you the information that I told you I was going to give you. Um, if the judge, I'm sorry, would send his motion down, and um, and I'm here to tell you about what's going on. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this is a motion from the judge, and motions. We had about three or four motions that we put in. The CTA put in. Good news for us is that. The judge did rule in our favor on this particular motion. Now, the rest of the motions won't be a year apart. It'll be weeks. He's going to rule on all of them, he says. But I want to just bring you up to date on what's going on. CTA did everything they could to keep us from filing that lawsuit because they knew that I was correct when I told them that they were wrong. They said that I didn't have a right to file a lawsuit because I was represented by the union, which was a lie. Problem I had was that some of the union former presidents were saying the same thing. Oh yeah, they are represented by the union. We are. Yeah. Speaking of the retirees, I'm saying no, we are not represented by the union. Never have been. Anyway, so I filed a lawsuit, and Circuit Court first ruled in favor of the CTA. We appealed it to the appellate court, our attorneys, and the appellate court ruled in our favor. They were not covered under we're not represented by the union. CTA filed it, they appealed it to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruled, no, Jerry Williams is not covered under the union, and neither are the other retirees, and so therefore he does have a right to file that lawsuit. CTA then took it, and in the Supreme Court, they go back and told the appellate court to tell the circuit court to go back and change that decision, which they did. Now, CTA still was dragging, and you know why they were dragging. Number one, they were hoping that we die out and forget about it, and just give up, throw your hands up, and say, "Oh, the hell with it," or and on top of that, look how many millions of dollars they paid their lawyers, for doing this. Either taxpayer money or our pension. There's so much stuff going on with the pension. Till I'm not going to try to give it to you right here. I just want to give you an update on what we're doing. So much stuff is going on with that pension that you should know. And, I'm here to put a stop to it. I'm not here to represent these active people. They got to do their own thing. But they are here. I am here to make sure that you don't screw the pensioners. Okay? I've had a long talk with a lot of my friends, pensioners, and they understand, and they are very supportive. It's one thing I did. And one of the things I did, I was on the lawsuit by myself. And I decided, along with the attorneys, that maybe I should have a couple more people on there. You know why? Just in case I kick the bucket, pass away, we still got people on there that would carry the lawsuit on. So I put two more people on there, Brother Cook and Brother Whitehead, bus driver and a maintenance person. And it works out well. So all three of us have to pass away for this to happen. But problems I had was that we had several times of people, would come to me and they tell me, "Hey, Jerry, really appreciate what you're doing." And yeah. And you know what? I did that because I've never liked to see bullies do what CTA do. Just take your money. They're taking the active people money. I've been talking about it for years, and finally, they start bagging off because I got on TV and talked about it, real TV, and I also talked about it on radio stations like WVON and WCPT. I had interviews there. Now they bagged off a little bit and started, instead of taking 3% out of the check, oh, we're just going to take 1%. They don't need to take 1%. That pension is overfunded with the money that they stole from pensioners and active people. What we want is our money back, retirees. When I met with a group of people one time, and one guy said, "Hey, Jerry, how is CTA going to pay us back all that money. I don't give a damn how they do it, as long as they do it. They didn't say, "Hi, hey Jerry, how are you going to pay your rent if I your house note if I take your money?" You can give a damn about that. So don't you worry about that. And then again, like I said, they're overfunded. I mean, way overfunded. But anyway, so you can do for yourself. You can go pull this up yourself. This is the motion that the judge did, and it's great because one of the things. And let me give you the case number. The case number is 11, and then CH, and then 15446. If you want to go pull it up yourself and read it, I'm going to read you just the first paragraph, which the judge does explain everything in this. But read the whole thing because it's a 9-page. It's a 9-page response from the judge. Now, here's what he says: memorandum, opinion, and order. The matter comes to be heard on defendant motion for a summary judgment regarding plaintiff's lack of standing and plaintiff's cross motion for summary determination on standing. These motions have been extensively briefed by the parties and reviewed by the court. The court grants plaintiffs, that's us, motion and finds that plaintiffs have standing to pursue their claims. And the reason I read that to you is because that's been CTA's biggest fight. They've been trying to fight that because what happens is this: if you were not covered by the union, CTA have no right to come and take anything from you according to the Illinois State Constitution. The Illinois State Constitution, Article 8, Section 5 says, if they cannot take, the CTA cannot take anything from a retiree unless they don't give them something of equal value or better. Okay? They gave us nothing, and they just come in and ripped our money out with the blessings of some of the union people. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't go saying that, oh, the unions are terrible and the unions shouldn't be. I think the unions are the best thing since sliced bread. It's your union leaders that you got to be cognizant of, okay? Don't just go in there putting people in just cause, well, I hate that guy and I don't like this guy, you know. Make sure they know what they're doing. But they don't represent us anymore, okay? We represent ourselves. One of the things that we're going to do, there are maintenance people sitting on that pension board, and they call themselves trade unions, making decisions for us. They have nothing to do with us. They don't have anybody in the pension plan, and they don't represent us. These are trade unions sitting there, and they vote with the CTA on everything, which means CTA got the power to do anything that they want to do to that pension. So if you're going to come back and jam us again, they'll do it. What we're doing now, we're working with legislators down in Springfield. We're going to have them removed, and they're going to be replaced with a retiree, and a retiree with knowledge, not just some old guy some old person that comes, oh, just put me on there. You know, do you have any knowledge of what's going on with it? Well, no, but I'm a good guy. No, we're going to get somebody with knowledge that's going to sit there and make sure that happens. Okay, the CTA Pensioner Coalition, that's where it's going to come out of. It says in the law that a coalition member should be representing that group of people. That group of people is the pensioners. But in the meantime, and there's no pay for that or nothing like that, you know, but we want to make sure we got somebody that can do that. Okay, but in the meantime, this is the first motion. This is big because what we did was knock them out of the way of saying that we can't file. Now that they know we can file, now that they know that they took money that they shouldn't have taken, now they got to scramble and try to fight for the other three motions and stuff that they have. And one of our motions is that they pay us all our money back plus. Okay, One of our motions is that any retiree that passed away, we want their family to get the money. That's what I put in there. I want to make sure that their families get that money. Because I have people that I know that were, waiting on this, good friends of mine, like Craig Vonado. I don't know if you guys know him, but I love that guy. He used to call me and we talked all the time. I want to make sure I'm in touch with his family if we win this, so that we can make sure that they are taken care of. Not everybody that we know. Don't mean that the judges ruled that way yet, because he may rule against that. But right now, that's one of the rulings that's going to come through. But that we win that, that's going to be great. Also, we put in there that monies that they made off of our money, investing our money, we want that money too. Okay? That money belonged to us, because that we could have invested our own money and made that count. That's where we are. Don't know what the judge is going to rule, so you keep your fingers crossed. I like what I see. The attorneys they love what they see. They love the fact that he made this ruling. The other judges was messing around, didn't do nothing. He said when he came in, this new guy, his name is Judge Walker, he said that there would be no more, delays and things like that. We're going to move with this case because it should have been done. I'm like, yes. And he held to his statement. And then he said a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to get a ruling out on a particular date. And it didn't happen, so he sent information to our attorneys and the CTA's attorneys and said, look, this is what I'm going to do. I can't do it today, but I'm going to get it out on Friday. And a few days after that, he got it out. That's the first ruling, y'all. That lets you know you got grounds. You got a lot of grounds. So we're going to be on top of this. Like I said, I don't have the camera people that normally work with me. And I'm not in the studio because of the COVID virus. But, we're moving forward. And you will get this information as I get it. Do I get paid for this? No. The pay I get is what's coming to me. And the pay I get is the satisfaction of not allowing people to take advantage of other people. Okay? I've always felt that way. One of the things that happened, they said that, well, the Jerry Williams agreed to be a part of the union and et cetera, which was a lie. It was so easy to prove that I never did that, and nobody else. And even if you agree, you couldn't be a part of the union. You can't go and vote on contracts and do that kind of stuff. But the problem I had with some of the former union presidents was agreeing with CTA under oath, that yes, they are covered, and they are covered. And the trade unions, when we went to the Supreme Court, the trade unions wrote a memorandum to the Supreme Court judges and said that the retirees, the CTA retirees, do not deserve that because they are not, they agree with CTA about us being a part of the union. Now all that's knocked down. And I had a brother that had the audacity to challenge me on Facebook and say, well, see, we didn't write that. And I got it in black and white. They wrote it. But we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. What we're doing is trying to get our money back. And as I get it, I'll bring it to you. And I want you all to start being, brothers and sisters and stuff like that, so that we can, move forward. One of the things I want you to do, go and pick up this book here. It's called Ungrateful. Okay? I hope you can see it. The Rise and Fall of Labor Unions. This is a book I wrote, and they use it now. They teach union cert classes and stuff like that with it, and it was pretty high on the list. But the reason I want you to read that is because a lot of what I'm talking about, I talked about it back then in this book. But not only that, I showed you other places and other things that's going on in your union. Reason I say that because, like I said before, don't go to, slamming unions. I love unions. Unions are the best thing since sliced bread. It's your union leaders you got to choose right. You know, get people that have knowledge as to what's going on. Not your drinking buddy, not your ace boom buddy, unless he has knowledge or she has knowledge. And don't hesitate to go out and do the research yourself because it's your job that's at jeopardy. And it's your pension when you get ready to retire that's in jeopardy. So you make sure you do that, okay? And people know me, like, one of the other things, I want to make sure that when I filed this lawsuit back here, years ago, been like 12 years, one of the persons that worked with me from the very beginning was Brother Ronald Roach. This guy, now he is not going to get anything because he sacrificed. He stayed on the property. He wanted to retire, but we needed him to stay on the property to do some things. He did. He stayed on the property another year because he was fighting, another battle for retirees. But when he did get the opportunity to retire, it didn't cover the year that he retired. But he's been with me from the start. He fought with me. He's been fighting with me back and forth. Didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do it, but he feels the same way I do about people taking advantage of other people. And as far as me and my concerns, I've been doing, the people that know me know that I do scholarships for kids all over the country. I'm co-chair of Infinite Scholars, and that's all over the country. In Chicago, we gave away over $40 million in the last 5 years in scholarship offers here. We just had a great scholarship fair back in October, and it turned out wonderful. One of the young ladies that came through at the fair that I had, and we had about 600, 700, 800 people, even young kids come through. But one young lady came through and got over $1 million in scholarship offers. Brilliant little young lady. Her name was Ashley Young, and she should have gotten even more because she was just that smart. But that's what we do. And also, I got an entertainment company that I've been working with. We started out, we did great. Of course, we got hit by the COVID last when it came through and it knocked us down. Thanks to Joe Biden, we didn't get killed. But we do things like we do. We feel like the best artists in the country are here in Chicago. And we deal with Chicago artists. So we're going to have a fair. And that's going to be December 17th at the beautiful Manilow Theater. I want you guys to come down if you can. And it's going to be beautiful. It's on a Friday and at 7:30 at the Manilow Theater in Park Forest, Illinois. I'll be giving you more information on that. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope I didn't leave anything out. And keep in mind, this is the first step. Finally, we're walking. This is the first step. And I've been patient, and the majority of you have been patient. And again, I want to thank my buddy Ronald Roach, who's, really committed. Him and his family, thank all of them, okay? All right, so I'm going to talk to you later, and if you need any immediate questions asked or answered, go to talklabor@gmail.com, okay? We get a lot of traffic there, but I still got people that's looking at it and let me know if there's some, questions that need to be answered, okay? All right, going to talk to you later. Y'all be good.